Good day and welcome to this video lecture about algebra. In this video lecture, I will discuss how to easily convert percentage into a least fraction. So let's start. In this lecture, we were going to discuss how to convert percentage into a least fraction. So let's start with this example. Convert 34% into a fraction. Well, we all know that 34% is equivalent to 34 over 100. Once you have this fraction, all you need to do is reduce it to a small fraction. Notice that both numbers are even. So what you can do is to break down 34 into a 17 times 2 and split 100 into 50 times 2. Notice that we will cancel 2. So the fraction reduces to 17 over 50. For the sake of practice, let's do more examples. Convert 55% into a fraction. 55% is equivalent to 55 over 100. Once you have this fraction, all you need to do is reduce it to a small fraction. Whenever you see a number that ends in 5 or 0, that means that is divisible by 5. So it turns out that 55 is 11 times 5 and split 100 into 20 times 5. Notice that we will cancel 5. So the fraction reduces to 11 over 20. Here is another example. Convert 25% into a fraction. 25% is equivalent to 25 over 100. Once you have this fraction, all you need to do is reduce it to a small fraction. Whenever you see a number that ends in 5 or 0, that means that is divisible by 5. So it turns out that 25 is 5 times 5 and split 100 into 20 times 5. Notice that we will cancel 5. So the fraction reduces to 5 over 20. It turns out that 20 can be further reduced to 5 times 4. So we can cancel 5. Therefore, 25% is equivalent to 1/4. Sometimes the given percentage exceeds the 100%. In that case, you can convert your answer to an improper fraction, or sometimes you may need to convert it to a mixed number. So here is our example. Convert 150% into a fraction. So 150% is basically 150 over 100. Now the first thing to do is to reduce the fraction. 150 is 15 times 10 and 100 is 10 times 10. So we can cancel 10. But 15 can be further reduced to 3 times 5 and 10 into 2 times 5. So 150% was converted into an improper fraction equal to 3 over 2. Now we can convert 3 over 2 into a mixed number. 3 is basically 2 plus 1 and keep the denominator the same. So the fraction is split into 2 over 2 plus 1/2. So we have a mixed number of 1/2, 1 and 1/2. Here is another example. Convert 280% into an improper fraction and into a mixed number. So 280% is basically 280 over 100. Now the first thing to do is reduce the fraction. 280 is 28 times 10, and 100 is 10 times 10. We can cancel 10, but 28 can be further reduced to 14 times 2, and 10 into 5 times 2. So we can cancel 2. So 150% was converted into an improper fraction equivalent to 14 over 5. Now we can convert 14 over 5 into a mixed number. 14 is basically 10 plus 4, and keep the denominator the same. So the fraction is split into 10 over 5 plus 4 over 5. So we have a mixed number of 2 and 4 over 5. Sometimes you may need to convert a percentage into a fraction where the given percentage is less than 1 or it is a decimal number. Here is our example. Convert 0.25% into a fraction. So 0.25% is basically 0.25 over 100. Now the 0.25 is a very small number, or it is a decimal number. The best thing to do is to make it a whole number. So we will multiply the top and the bottom by 100. Now 0.25 times 100 is 25, and leave the bottom as 100 times 100. So 25 can be break down into 5 times 5. And one of the 100 values can be written as 5 times 4 times 5. So it becomes, so I can cancel 5. So our answer is going to be 1 over 400. Here is another example. Convert 0.025% into a fraction. So 0.025% is basically 0.025 over 100. Now in order to turn 0.025 into a whole number, we need to multiply the top and the bottom by 1000. So 0.025 times 1000 is simply 25. The bottom is left as 100 times 1000. The 100 at the bottom can be written as 25 times 4, and 1000 remains. At the top, 25 will remain. The 25 will cancel. So our final answer is 1 over 4000. Thank you.